Started. Good evening and welcome to our virtual Wayland Library event. Tonight we're excited to have Nancy Wind back with us for another evening of yoga. If you don't know her, she's a health coach and 24-hour yoga instructor, and she has Peaks and Poses Trail Yoga, which combines her love for yoga and the outdoors, and she's leading a trip to Shenandoah coming up, which is exciting. She's excited to help others experience a life of connectivity, balance, and flow through her teaching, coaching, and yoga instruction. Thank you so much for being here, Nancy. Just a Zoom housekeeping. I am recording. I'm only recording Nancy's face, Nancy's screen. But if you do speak aloud, you'll be on the recording, but you'll be able to rewatch this and share with your friends on the library's YouTube page. And I think that's it. Take it away, Nancy.
All right, great. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you to the Wayland Library for having me back. This is our second to last of this series, so we'll have one more the second Monday in May, which will also be virtual. So I hope that you'll be able to join us for that as well, and invite a friend or family. So thank you for being here. We got a nice group, and so I'm Nancy. If you're here for the first time or not, this is really kind of like a gentle, basic yoga class to help us wind down from the day. All right, so make yourself comfortable in a seated pose at the front of your mat. If you have blocks at home, feel free to grab them, or pillows. And we're just going to start with a little centering here. So I'd like for you to just place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And after you close your eyes, just give the crown of your head, at the top of your head, a little lift so you can feel some greater length through your spine. And make sure that your chin is parallel to the earth, so it's not tipping up or tipping down. And then take a deep breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth and just let it all go. Inhale again through your nose. And then exhale it out through your mouth. And just continue on your own breath, allowing yourself to really feel your breath in your body, particularly on the inhale, as your belly will rise, your lungs will fill up with air, your chest will rise. And then as you exhale, just really soften into that relaxation and that release. Just here to kind of transition from your previous day, either at work or home or wherever you were. And just sort of preparing for your closing out of the day and your evening. And just see if you can make your exhale even just a little bit longer than your inhale. You really start to feel that deep release. Release of your day, a release of some tightness or tension, long release of your breath and anything else that you are holding on to. And then I'd like you to take whatever hand was on your belly and place it on the hand that's on your heart. And just take a moment here to show gratitude for something. It could be yourself, it could be something that happened today, it could be a person in your life, an event, anything you want to show a moment of gratitude. And when you're ready, just release your hands down to your lap. You can slowly open up your eyes. And then on inhale, we're going to take a nice big sun breath up overhead. And then as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So inhale again, sitting up nice and tall. And exhale, just coming a little bit deeper into your twist. Nice and easy with our spine. Now an inhale will bring you back to center, reach up once again. And then exhale over to the other side. Inhale again, lengthening through your spine. And exhale, deepening your twist. Then inhale, we come back to center. And then as you exhale, interlace your fingers and reverse your palms. So start to feel some length through your side body, down through your hips, down towards the earth, through the arms, through your palms, up towards the light. Nice inhale here. And then as you exhale, start to bring your arms out in front of you. Just being careful of your shoulders, and take a breath in here. Now, as you exhale, bend your elbows and bring the backs of your palms, your fingers to your chin. Inhale again, push your arms away. Feel like you're wrapping your arms around a balloon. And exhale, bringing your hands back to your chin, like you're deflating the balloon. We'll do that one more time. Breath in. And exhale, a breath out. Palms to your chin. All right, let's release the arms down. So wherever you are, just come up onto your knees. I like to tuck my toes. It's just sort of optional, but I like the stretch on the bottom of my feet. So feel free to do so or not. And then we're just going to rotate the arms around. Just a little bit of a swim here. Getting ready for our summer, but also just bringing a nice motion to our shoulders, which get a lot of work these days while we're driving and sitting and working on the computer, pretty much anything we do. And then let's reverse that direction. And you can make these shoulder circles as big or as small as you like. And then just take one more on both sides, and then we'll come back to center. We're going to release your toes if they're tucked, and then we're going to come into a child's pose. And you're going to bring your big toes to touch and spread your knees out as wide as you are comfortable. Lay your arms out in front of you. You can even take a bend to your elbows, and if you can, bring your forehead down towards the earth. If you can't reach, I suggest taking a pillow and just placing your forehead on your pillow. And then maybe moving your hips a little bit side to side. And then just settling in here, maybe bringing your 4 fingers and thumbs to touch, making a little diamond with your hands and fingers. And just knowing that Balasana is a resting pose, it's always here for you whenever you need to rest, restore yourself. I'm here to guide you, but you are inside of your body, so you really know what's best for yourself. And let's swing the arms behind us. Interlace your fingers behind you. And on an inhale, lift your hips and arms, come up onto the top of your head, your crown. And then as you exhale, bring yourself back down. We're going to take that 2 more times. We're going to move with the breath. Inhale, we rise up. And as we exhale, we lower back down to the earth. One more, just like that, nice and slow with your breath. Inhale, we rise up. And exhale, we come back down. Let's release our hands, bring them out in front of you. We're going to come up onto all fours. We're going to transition into a thread the needle. So you can bring your knees a little bit behind you. Your left palm is going to stay on the earth, and on an inhale, open your chest to the right, reach your right arm up, and then as you exhale, bring your right arm underneath you, all the way to the other side of your mat. This left elbow can be bent or it can be laid out in front of you. Your forearm can be on the earth. You're just rinsing out the spine here. You're on the right side of your face, your right shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale. Now an inhale, we're going to come back on up. We're going to bring the chest over to the right, right arm lifts. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring your right hand down. Make any kind of adjustments that you need to with your hands or your feet. And we're going to take the other side. On an inhale, we turn the chest to the left. Left arm comes along for the right. And as you exhale, you thread your arm underneath you. Now you're on your left shoulder, your left cheek. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come on up. Open the chest to the left, arm reaches up. And as you exhale, we bring that left hand down to meet the right. So now we want to readjust ourselves a little bit. So we're going to come into a tabletop where your wrists are under your shoulders, your fingers are spread wide. So really open up your hands like starfish. Your knees are underneath your hips. Your belly draws to your spine. Your back is flat. So think about a tray on your back, serving whatever beverage you would like tonight. And then on inhale, we tip the tailbone up. Your heart reaches forward. You can gaze forward. And then as you exhale, tailbone goes down, belly to spine, chin to chest, and really round your spine. Inhale to reverse that, coming into a cow. And exhale, coming into a cat. And again, just taking a few more on your own breath. Just allowing your body to follow the breath. So initiate with your inhale and follow with your exhale. Let's just take one more complete cycle. And then we're going to come back into a tabletop. From here, let's take your left foot behind you. Keep your toes connected to the earth. Find the back of your knee. Reach it up towards the sky. Find your belly button. See if you can lift it up towards your spine. Then we're going to breathe your left foot up off the earth. See if you can bring it up to hip height. And then we're going to release this right arm. So that right arm is going to come up, staying at shoulder height. Palms can be flat, fingers spread wide. Back ankle can be flexed, so you're really kind of pushing back with your heel. Reaching forward with your fingers, the crown of your head and your heart. Take a breath in. Now as you exhale, bring your elbow to knee and round your spine. Inhale again, bring length, reaching arm forward, leg back. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then one more inhale to lengthen. And exhale, elbow to knee. And then we'll bring the right palm down, the left knee down. Bring yourself back to sit on your heels. Make fists with your hands and rotate your ankles, your wrists around. Be hard to rotate your ankles. You're just going to take the wrists, make some circles, and then we go the other way. And then we're going to come back to our tabletop. setting yourself up again for a strong base here. And we'll take our right foot behind us. Keep those toes connected. Pull back with your heel as your belly button draws up. Chin to chest, a nice soft gaze at that spot right between your fingers. And you're breathing in. And you're breathing out. And then we'll lift that back leg, keep it at hip height, and we'll breathe the left arm up, keeping that at shoulder height. So we're coming into a hand-knee balance here. Finding a nice soft gaze at one spot to help with your balance. If you're feeling a little shaky, just know that your muscles are working. Now on an inhale, point the back toes, reach forward with your fingers, and then as you exhale, bring elbow to knee and round your spine. Inhale again, we bring length through the body. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then one more inhale, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee and round your spine. And then we'll bring our left palm down and our right knee down. Once again, we're going to sit back onto our heels. If this is not comfortable for you, find another seated pose that might be. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up. And now as you exhale, bring the left arm underneath the right. Wrap them around. If your palms can touch, fantastic. If not, bring your palms to your shoulders, and that's another beautiful way just to be mindful of your shoulders. So draw your elbows away, give your arms a little lift here. These are Garudasana arms. And take a breath in. Now as you exhale, just bring your chin towards your left shoulder. Maybe taking the eyes into the corners, stretching out the eyes. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we'll take the chin over to the other side. Take a breath in. Exhale. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let's release. Breathe the arms up, come up onto your knees. And then as you exhale, bring your palms into your heart center. So here we are up on our knees. On an inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up. As you exhale, take the right arm underneath the left this time. And this side may feel very different than the other side. Neither good nor bad, right? It just sort of is. Just try to draw those elbows away, maybe give them a lift if you can. You feel a nice spreading of your upper back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we'll bring our chin to the right. Giving those eyes a stretch if you'd like. Inhale back to center. And exhale over to the left. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, let's release the arms. Bring them up overhead, look up. And then exhale, palms come into your heart center. So from here, we're going to come standing up. So bring your left foot and then your right foot. Open up your feet about hip distance. Bend your knees, and then we're going to fold ourselves in half. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow, and we hang in a ragdoll. Check in with the soles of your feet. So see if you can lift your toes and find the four corners of your feet, anchoring you down. Release your toes down. Engage the muscles in your legs. So find those strong legs here. And if you want to give a little sway to your upper body, knowing that your lower body is rooting you down. Enjoy this freedom or not. Always a choice for you yogis. And then slowly we're going to come back to center. Release your hands down.
On an inhale, bend your knees. As you exhale, draw belly to spine and slowly roll yourself on up. Stack one vertebrae on top of the next. Head and neck, our last two, come up. Now inhale, a big sun breath, sweep it up. As you exhale, interlace your fingers, release your pointer fingers. And then inhale, grow tall through the side body. Exhale, little fold over to the left. Maybe a little bend in that left knee, lengthening out the right side of your body. And then inhale, come back to center, reach it tall. Exhale over to the right, a little bend in that right knee. And then inhale, we come back to center. Exhale to the left, bend that left knee, release the left arm. Breathe your right foot up, right up off the earth. So just a little balance here. And then let's release. Interlace your fingers one more time. Release your pointers. Inhale again, grow tall. Exhale, little fold over to the right. Bend that right knee. Release your right arm down. Breathe your left foot up. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then we'll release, reach both arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your palms into your heart center. We'll release the arms down. We're going to open up our feet greater than your hips. We're going to take some hip circles here. So we did some warming up of our shoulders, our neck, our wrists. And now we're going to do our hips. So you can bring your hands to your hips. So open up. I've got my feet about open to my mat's width. And then you're just going to make some circles here. Just moving in one direction. Feet don't have to be anchored down. So feel free to enjoy this movement. Your circles can be as big or as small. And then we'll go the other way. Trying to bring some movement into your hips. And then we are going to come back to stillness. Bring your feet back together, arms down by your side, just standing tall in mountain pose, Tadasana. Again, feeling the four corners of your feet, maybe lifting your toes, lowering them down, feeling strength through your legs, feeling long through your spine, feeling the crown of your head lifting as your shoulders are relaxing down towards the earth. On an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up overhead. You can look up, exhale, hinge at your hips, and swan dive down. So opening up your arms, fingertips touch the earth. Let's step back with your right foot, coming into a low lunge, and then bring that right knee down. You can keep your back toes tucked or not, and reach your arms up for Anjali Asana. We're down on the right knee. Feel your inner thighs draw inward. Like they're hugging your pelvis here, giving you some stability along with your left foot, your right knee. I'm going to bring a little twist into this pose. So bring your palms at your heart center. Maybe taking a moment to remember that moment of gratitude that you had earlier in your practice. And an inhale, we bring some length. And as we exhale, little twist over to the left. Breathing in, breathing out. Just making sure that left knee continues to spiral inward. Sometimes it wants to just sort of jut on out to the left. One more inhale here. Exhale. See if you can deepen that twist just a little bit, rinsing out your day. And then we're going to release. We're going to come back to center, fingertips to the earth. Take your right foot to meet your left.
We're going to forward fold, open up your feet so that they're hip distance. Take your first two fingers, so those are your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, palms face inward, bend your knees, bend your elbows, but on an inhale, bring some length to your spine, and then as you exhale, fold yourself in half. So allowing your chest to rest towards those thighs. Maybe they touch your thighs, maybe they don't. Just keep those knees bent. We're going to go easy on the knees, easy on the back. Allow the crown of your head to reach down towards the earth. If you want to give your head a little shake, and that feels okay on your neck and your shoulders, feel free to do so. Maybe shaking it out, yes. And then no. All right, release some tightness, tension. And then come back to center. Now let's release the toes, fingertips to the earth out in front of you. We'll step back with our left foot coming again into that low lunge. Make sure your right knee is stacked on top of your right ankle. Bend that left knee and bring it down to the earth. And we'll reach the arms up for Anjali Asana. So allowing the shoulders to melt down onto your back. Maybe wiggling your fingers. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension and tightness in our fingers. So allow them just to be sort of loose here. Find those inner thighs, draw them inward. Give your pelvis a hug as we bring our palms into our heart center. Take a breath in, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, a little twist over to the right. Breathing in, filling your lungs with breath. Exhale, releasing, softening the spine. Allowing your day to melt away. One more inhale. Exhale, twisting. And then we're going to release. We're going to come back to center. Now, let's release our hands down. Let's come onto our knees. And then from here, you're going to bring your palms out in front of you. Walk your knees back a little bit. And then bend your elbows and just slowly bring yourself down onto the earth. Your forehead will touch the earth. Draw your legs in towards one another. And then slide your arms out in front of you. So you're on your forearms. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your palms are flat. Your fingers are spread wide. This is Sphinx pose here. Lift your gaze, not your head. You don't want your chin up. So a neutral sort of neck pose here. And then see if you can feel like a line going from your throat down your chest, all the way down to your belly button. And as that lengthens, you also just are using the muscles in your upper back here. Trying to relax the shoulders. Sometimes they come all the way up to the ears. So if you're finding that that's you, just try to push into your forearms and relax your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale. And then slowly, slowly, slowly bring your forehead down to the earth. Release your arms alongside you. Palms facing up. I'm going to take one more pose down here on our belly. So our legs are zipped, our chin is tucked. Find your hip bone and your pubic bone, root down right there. And on an inhale, lift your legs, lift your chest, lift your arms. Keeping your chin tucked. On an inhale, see again, if you can lift and lengthen your body. Exhale as you stay here, just stay here and soften. So don't go all the way down to the ground yet. One more time, inhale, lift and lengthen.
And then exhale to soften. And then slowly we're going to come back down to the earth. And just turn your head to the right. Take a breath in. Exhale. Bring your head to center and take it over to the left. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Now let's return our head to center. Bring your arms out again in front of you, but bend your elbows and stack one forearm on top of the other. And then bring your forehead on top of the arm that's on top. You're making a little pillow here for your head. And then bend your knees and just windshield wiper your feet, legs from side to side. And your hips may lift up a little bit. And then we'll bring our legs back to center. We'll lower them down. Lift up your head. Bring your palms under your shoulders and just start to push yourself on up. We're coming into child's pose once again, Balasana. Big toes to touch, knees spreading wide, bringing your hips back towards your heels. And if you want to stack one forearm on top of the other, like we just did on our belly, you can do that also in child's pose. If not, forehead to the earth. And a nice deep breath in here. And let that all go. And then we're going to release. Use your palms to push yourself on up. We're going to come onto our bum as we swing our legs around. Out in front of us, our knees are bent. Our feet are to the earth. We're going to hold on to our hamstrings. And we're going to just tuck our belly and slowly roll ourselves down onto your back. Draw your knees in, wrap your arms around your knees, give yourself a nice big hug. And then we're just going to make some circles on our lower back. Just moving around the sacral area. And then we can go the other way. And then we're going to come back to center. You're going to take your right leg long, flex that right ankle, draw your left knee in towards your chest. So just interlacing your fingers below your left knee. You can flex that ankle as well. And actually we'll make some circles with the right ankle. If you can do the right ankle and the left ankle at the same time, all the more power to you, because for some reason, I don't think I could do that. So it's like patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. And then we'll take your ankle in the other direction. We're just here. We're going to quiet that ankle down. We're just here in Apanasana. So just drawing that knee in, wind relieving pose. Really engage in that right leg though. Engage in those muscles so it feels active in this pose. And a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Now you're going to release that left leg. It's going to come up towards the sky. You're going to interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. And you kind of have to play around here a little bit. Maybe you can draw that leg in a little bit closer to your body. Maybe you want to lift your torso up and bring your forehead towards your knee. So that's all very subjective here. Just do what's right for you. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale. And if your torso is lifted, bring it down towards the earth. Let go of your left leg a little bit. Now you're going to bend your right knee and place your right foot on the earth. You're going to bend the left knee and you're going to place your left shin on top of your right thigh. So you make it like a number 4 with your legs. Now interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, lifting that right leg up off the earth. Draw your right thigh in towards you, and then take your left elbow and just gently guide your left inner thigh out a little bit. You can flex both ankles here as well. So it's a lying down pigeon. It's a pose to release your outer hip. So it'll be on your left side, but you might be feeling it in some other places. Just allow your body to be open to the breath that's coming in, the positive energy that you're sending to all parts of your body. Just make sure your breath is coming in and out. Lengthening the inhale and lengthening your exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Now we're going to release this right foot down to the earth. See if you can cross your left leg over your right. So now like your inner thighs are like hugging one another. You can open your arms to a T. With the right foot down, lift your hips up, slide them over to the left a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in here. Now, as you exhale, allow the knees to fall over to the right. So we're coming into a lying down spinal twist. What's tricky here is trying to keep those shoulder blades, both of them, left and right, rounded down to the earth. If your left one is coming up, you're just a little bit too far into the twist where you're not really getting the benefit of the spinal twist because your shoulder's coming along with it. If you can, shift your gaze over towards your left thumb. If that feels good on your neck, if not, stay in the midline. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your inner thighs. Take a breath in, allow it to go up your spine. And then exhale, just allow yourself to soften into this twist. One more inhale here. And exhale. Now slowly bring your head back to center. Start to bring your knees back to center. Uncurl that left leg, both feet to the earth. Lift your hips, come back into neutral spine, and then just move your hips from side to side and your knees, more your knees. Your hips are going to go along for the ride. Kind of like we windshield wiper them, we were on our belly. Now we're on our back. You want to move your head also side to side. Sometimes that feels good for people. All right, we're going to bring our knees back to center. Now we're going to lay the left leg long and draw the right knee in. So you're going to interlace your fingers just below that right knee, flexing both ankles, and then rotating the right ankle and or the left. Maybe this side doesn't seem as hard. And then we'll go the other way. And then we'll quiet down that ankle and just drawing that right knee in. It's a nice stretch for the back of your leg through your glutes, but it's also just kind of relieving your digestive system as well. And then we're going to release the knee. We're going to lift that right leg up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers behind you. And again, you decide, maybe it's just straight up. Maybe you're able to bring your right leg towards you. And maybe you want to lift your torso and lift your forehead. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale. And then slowly bringing your torso back down if it's lifted. We're going to bend that left knee, left foot to the earth, bend your right knee, and cross your right shin over your left thigh. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh as you draw your left thigh in with ankles flexed, and gently use your right elbow to guide your right inner thigh outward. Breathing into the outside of that right hip. Deep breath in here. Exhale. And we'll just take one more inhale here. Exhale. Now we're going to release the left leg, left foot to the earth. Take that right thigh, wrap it around your left. Open your arms to a T. Before we twist, lift your hips up, guide them over, slide them over a little bit to the right. And take a breath in here. And as you exhale, those knees are going to fall to the left, shifting your gaze to the right. Now, I forgot to mention this on the other side, but if this spinal twist doesn't feel right for you, it's a little intense with the legs wrapped around one another, you can always unwrap the legs and take a different lying down spinal twist. And a nice deep breath in here, lengthen through your spine. Exhale. Allow the spine to rinse. If you have a wet washcloth at each breath, just able to rinse out a little bit more breath, a little bit more movement, a little bit more water in that washcloth. And then one more breath in. Exhale. And then very slowly bring your legs back on up. Uncurl that right leg, both feet to the earth. Lift your hips and realign yourself. Draw your knees in one more time. And then we're going to just make some circles here with the hips. So the knees are kind of, looks like more like the knees are moving. But the hips are also making some circles here. Move in one direction. And then the other. And then I'm going to give you a choice. We're coming to our last pose before Shavasana. We did open up our hips a lot. So if you want to take like a happy baby, you're going to hold on to the soles of your feet. Feel free. If you want maybe just a little bit more relaxing pose, you can bring your legs up long. If you happen to be near a wall and you want to bring your legs up the wall, that's a really wonderful relaxing pose. We're just going to stay here for a few breaths before I guide you into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Wherever you are, just find the back of your head, your shoulders, your torso. Being supported by the earth. Staying here in the present moment with your breath. And we'll take one more inhale here. Exhale. And then we're going to release our feet. Your legs are up long, just bend your knees. We're going to lay our legs long onto the earth. Maybe you want to take a stretch. Breathing your arms up overhead before Shavasana. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let it all go. And just to set yourself up for Shavasana, maybe you want to open up your legs a little bit more, open up your arms a little bit more. And we're coming into our final rest here. best you can to stay here with your breath. Giving yourself this wonderful gift. Restoration, rest, rejuvenation. Asana is one of the hardest yoga poses. When the body is still, the mind wants to wander. So if that happens, again, there's no judgment. Just let the thought go and come back to your breath. Always there for you. Deep inhale and a long exhale. And then gently take a bend to your knees, allowing the soles of your feet to rest on the earth. And then just slowly roll on to one side. And when you're ready, use the strength of your body to bring yourself up into a comfortable seated pose. And with your eyes closed, bring your palms together at your heart center. Again, just taking a moment here to remember the moment of gratitude that you had in the beginning of practice, in the middle of practice. Take a moment to remember. And then we're going to take a slight tuck of our chin. We'll bring our forehead down towards our fingertips. Just allowing our ego to bow to the beauty that resides in your heart. Namaste, everybody. May the light inside of me shine on the light inside of you. So thank you to all who came out tonight. I hope this will help you have a good night's sleep. And hopefully we will see you next month in May.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome. Thank you to everybody who's here.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye, everybody. Good night.